Hello and welcome to a CoffeeCast from Roofer's Coffee Shop. My name is Heidi Ellsworth, and what is a CoffeeCast? It's when we dive deep into some of the most important subjects out there for roofing companies today. And what is that today? Delighting your customers and technology. So, sponsored by Java, we are here today to find out more about how technology is delighting roofing companies' customers and how you can be a part of that and do more in your business. So let's get started. My co-host today, Carol Wyman with Java. We're going to be on this journey together, Carol, and I'm so excited to hear from all these amazing contractors.
Oh, yes. I'm excited to talk with them and be able to share their experience. Here at Java, being customer-centric, it's great to team and partner with other customer-centric type companies that just want to delight their customers, similar to what we want to do.
Exactly. So, Carol, why don't you introduce yourself real quick for everyone?
Sure. I'm Carol Wyman. I am the Vice President of Marketing here at Java Trade Technologies. I have years of building industry experience, over 20 years, worked for many general contractors and construction management companies. And I also have been in the tech field for almost 10 years now and have been with Java for 3. And it's been great. I really enjoy being able to help be part of a solution for contractors and in the roofing industry. And I just feel that Java adds a lot to help them solve their problems.
Exactly. I mean, that's what it's all about, solving problems. So we brought someone on this, our first guest, Carol, I'm so excited, is delighting customers, is made such a huge impression on the roofing industry. And that's Lauren Morley. Lauren, welcome.
Hi, guys. I'm excited to be here.
Well, go ahead. Please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your company.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Lauren Morley. I own R3NG. We're a commercial contracting company based out of Colorado. We're excited to be here. Customer service has always been like one of our number one goals and aspects in our company. Making sure that we're providing a service rather than just providing roofing is something that we've done since the day we opened 10 years ago. So super excited to be here and talk about being customer centric and how Java has helped us do that.
So, Carol, just as we get started with some really great questions for Lauren, just kind of set the stage for us a little bit on how important it is to build business relationships that delight customers.
Well, I think, part of delighting our customers happens in many, many ways. I think setting the stage, the most important thing is to be able to listen to your customers, really listen to what their pain points are, what their daily business problems are. We know what they want to see next. We know when something isn't working. I think just being in touch with what their needs are as a company helps us become a customer-centric. Listening is the best way.
Yeah, and you know what? This CoffeeCast is all about that, and it's what Java has done. I'm really visiting with contractors. So, Lauren, when you were these 10 years, congratulations. I know you just had a grand opening and a celebration on that. But what are some of your challenges in finding the right software solutions over the years that really fit your business and your customers?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I think especially because a lot of contractors, I don't think necessarily know what they're going to turn into when they first start out. I think had somebody told us we were going to be a primarily low-slow commercial contractor 10 years ago, we would have said, you're crazy.
Yeah.
And I think knowing what your business is probably one of the first big challenges. And I know for us, the software we were previously using didn't really support the reporting status, the billing, the ability to access notes and pictures quickly for the service department and commercial side of our business. And for us as a commercial contractor, it really is an experience that you're providing to your customer. Going through the re-roof process or going through a leak investigation or service call. And Java is allowing us to do that in a more streamlined process that doesn't cause quite as many headaches in the back end as our current software has.
I love it. And so with Java, that was really what led you to find Java. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah. So when we first started realizing we needed a new software was really because our service department had started taking off, and we were with a primarily residential program, and it was getting extremely difficult to be able to accurately find past leak calls, past investigations, past notes. And we were spending a lot of time in the background creating PowerPoint presentations or deficiency reports. And we actually heard about Java through Pegnatos, who's a big client of ours. And it was pretty synergetic right off the bat. I think Carol would agree with that. And then for me, I had big up partnership too. So knowing that I got along so well with the Java team and trusted them was a huge part of the decision for me.
Carol, I mean, that speaks volumes.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and what's cool is that, I met Lauren at Women in Roofing before IRE. And what was, I felt the synergy right away. And I think that when you have the same mindset as a customer, and they're also very customer centric, you can see the evolution of a contractor once they, and of course she mentions building trust, and, we certainly don't want to disappoint anybody, and we take our jobs very seriously, and we never want to break that trust. And so I think the open communication, the transparency, really listening and understanding that, being with Pignato as well, I think that there's definitely a benefit that comes from wanting to evolve similarly with them.
Yeah.
So I just feel it was fantastic connecting with Lauren, and I am grateful for the partnership because she brings so much more to the table than just a typical contractor. And we love seeing that growth.
I think that is key. That is key, is that partnership between the service provider, the technology experts, and a really progressive, amazing contractor who really wants to do it. So I have one other question that I just want to ask, because I think this is so important. In this day and age, Lauren, it's really about the data. It's about the data. It's about the analytics, and those analytics that you can share. As you said, we were making PowerPoints before, but now you can share all of that with your customers through a portal. It's such transparency, and it's so real. How has that helped your relationships with your customers?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. And I think transparency is the perfect word for it. I think that's something that I noticed really early on. I've grown up in construction, I've grown up in contracting, but I've been really involved with roofing for the last 5 years. And that seemed to be the number one kind of feedback you get from clients when they'd had bad experiences in the past with roofers, is that they just felt like they weren't being given the full story. Yeah. And I think for us, that was something we always wanted to be ahead of, making sure that they knew that we were providing everything that we could, and being able to provide more than just a couple of photos, but like full reports for the customers without having to take up half of your service coordinator's day to do it. It makes us look a lot better, but it still keeps us really efficient in what we do. So yeah, it's super important. And I think being able to do that in a way that it stays organized in your database. So when that customer comes back 4 months later, you're not searching for 4 hours to find the last time that you were on the roof.
It's quick and easy. Yeah. So you are always on the cutting edge, Lauren. What's next? What are your plans to expand with Java in the future to really delight your customers?
Yes, that's a good question. I mean, my services division is my number one goal for this year. We doubled last year. We're looking to double our services division again this year. And Java is a huge part of that. I think if we can't be efficient, then we're not going to grow. So I think just really getting my staff on board and really proficient at using it is probably the first step. And then after that, we really focus a lot on services with Java, but the next plans is definitely getting the inventory software program going, getting the bombs going, getting the estimating portion side going. So once we had the service division kind of running at the efficiency that I want it to, starting to bring production into it as well is the goal.
That is so great. Carol, what an awesome example of one of the best contractors in the industry in Java.
I absolutely agree. And I think that one thing that R3NG realizes with the leadership of Lauren is that it is hard work. You get what you put into something. You really want to make sure that you have the right people in line, the goals in line, you have processes in place. I mean, all that takes a lot of work, but at the end, when you automate your process and you have clear understanding of what has to be inputted when, you save so much time. And then, Lauren wants to focus on her clients. She wants to be able to build relationships. And it just takes a lot of extra time when you are not organized. And that's what Java offers.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that.
I think I'll piggyback off that too, just to say, I think what we really appreciate about Java, and I know Carol agreed with this, is it hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows. I think switching your software program, I think, is probably the most challenging thing a contractor will do ever. It just is. You're trying to continue running your business while you're still on one software, switching to the other, getting it set up. And, especially with all the changes that we had this year, it was an up and down ride getting us, going with Java. But I think that on both of our parts, there was a lot of working through it and getting to the other side of the finish line. I think it would be really easy. I had said this to Carol a week and a half ago that I was I think a lot of other programs, I probably would have just been oh my gosh, you know what? It's not worth it. We're just going to stick with it. But Java kept transitioning and figuring out what it was we needed as a contractor to make the transition happen. So it's that extra touch that I think that we've gotten that has helped what is normally a very difficult transition anyways.
I love it. Customers delighted on all sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Lauren, thank you so much for your wisdom as always. I hope all is good in Colorado, and we're going to move on to our next success story, our next contractor who is delighting customers on this CoffeeCast. So Lauren, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks guys. It was fun to see both of your faces.
Carol, you ready to get on to our next one?
Oh, I sure am. Take care, Lauren. We'll talk to you soon.
We'll see you all soon on the next CoffeeCast.